Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Global Happiness today. Still on the updates on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's trial going on in Federal High Court Abuja. Well done for quick one for some of us who have forgotten very quickly. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been on 15 count amended charges. It went up before, it was reduced. It later came back to 15. But right now, Binta and Yako have decided to do the needful over so many things. Of course, there have been updates on that. We're going to give you full updates on that. Before we do that, like and subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. And beside it, you see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, according to Daily Post, an Abuja Federal High Court on Friday ruled on the terrorism charges against Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob. Justice Binta Yako struck out 8 of the 15 counts charges against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. The judge struck out the 8 charges while ruling on a preliminary objection Kanu raised against all the charges. He struck out 8 out of 15. I have read the count and count 6. I'm not quoting George. He said count 6, count 7, count 8, count 9, count 10, count 11, count 12, and count 14 have not disclosed any offense against the defendant, which is open-ended. So it doesn't have any relevance with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. How does that affect Mazen, or how can you correlate what they are charging on Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to the federal government? But he now said that, but count 1, count 2, count 3, count 4, count 5, count 8, and count 15 show some allegations. The court shall proceed to try the defendant on those counts, Justice Nyako said. The Nigerian government had filed the 15 count charges bordering on terrorism and treasonable felony against the indigenous people of Biafran leader, Ipob leader. The charges, which bordered on terrorism, were filed against Kanu by the federal government. The indigenous people of Biafran leader has been in custody of the Department of State Services (DSS) since his arrest in June 2021. Kanu was arrested in Kenya and repatriated to Nigeria to continue his trial before Justice Nyako. He was arraigned for agitating for the actualization of Biafra. However, the indigenous people of Biafran leader contested the charges in a fundamental human rights suit against the federal government. Alright, but then a lot of people are just wondering what's really about it. Alright, but for better understanding, we may not be able to give you all the full count charges of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and all that, but we'll just give you one, which is the count 15 of the charge, so that you can have an idea of the ones that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu may be looking at. And the count 15 charge reads, and I quote, it said that you, Nnamdi Kanu, male adult of Afaruku Ibeku Umuahia, North Local Government Area of Abia State, on diverse dates between the month of March and April 2015, imported into Nigeria and kept in Ubolezo in Ihiala, local government area of Anambra State, within the jurisdiction of this honorable court, a radio transmitter known as Tram 50L. Tram 50L concealed in a container of used household items, and you thereby committed an offense contrary to section 47, subsection 2, subsection A of Criminal Code at Cap C45 laws of the Federal Republic of the Federation of Nigeria 2004. And of course, they've been giving him other charges as well. For count 1 of the charge, which is also within the jurisdiction, said that the charge alleged that Kanu, sometimes in 2021, being member and leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, did commit an act in furtherance of act of terrorism against the Federation Federal Republic of Nigeria and the people of Nigeria by making a broadcast received and heard in the country with the intent to intimidate the population and also threaten that people will die. The whole world will stand still, thereby committing an offense punishable under Section 1, Subsection 2, Subsection B of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2013. I just tried to read one or two of those charges just to give you an idea. But of course, 8 have been struck out. Okay, so we are looking at 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8, and like that, and 15, which I've just tried to read because it's quite much, just to give you an idea of what is remaining. And now, a quick one: the fact that Nnamdi Kanu may be looking at, of course, his legal team. I've looked at the issue of filing for bail. Of course, they're not done yet. They're saying that we've been able to, based on what the legal team have been able to gather, they've been able to strike out. It has been struck out already, so which means we're looking at something minimal than 15. So we are literally back to 7. So it was just a rocket science. It's not really rocket science. 8 plus 7, it's about 15. So if 8 has been struck out, just meaning that we are back to the 7 charges that was given the first time. So we're back to 7. So which means, of course, this legal team is looking at, see how to make it a dead on arrival kind of charges, and the federal government is also looking at sticking it in, and of course they're also looking at Nnamdi Kanu getting a bill. Okay, and the Igbos, the elder statesman, Bazilike Mechi, is very optimistic, all right, that Nnamdi Kanu will be out. Don't forget that as we speak, in so many states in Southeast, Enugu, Imo, Abia State. I think videos have been online about how the outcome of sit at home has been. Enugu is sit at home shut down, and Abia State is also on very strong sit at home. Some of the guys are even playing football on the streets. No commercial activities are being seen, even though today is not Monday. But then they understand the solidarity. Some of Ndibo's Ibayaka and the rest were in solidarity. They tried coming close to the courtroom. Of course, the perimeter was there, but then they didn't fail to say one or two things about what they think about the case, and they're very optimistic. Everyone seems to be very optimistic that something positive needs to come out of the case. If you ask me, something positive did come out of the case, but at least it's no longer the 15 amended charges, count charges, but right now we're looking at 7. The same way 15 was adjusted to 7, something strong can still be done. So, as usual, Nnamdi Kanu will always say your prayers count, based on the reports that Ifeanyi Ejiofor usually updates. But that's going to wrap it up. This is great news coming to the fact that from 15 is now 7, and maybe they'll be looking at bail in no distance.